In this video, I'm going to show you how to sew a shank button if you want to learn how to do that. So these are my Alice in Wonderland book sleeves that I made. They're 8 by 11. I just did my first shank button. So they have an elastic enclosure and we just put it over the button. So I'm going to show you how to do one of those. Here is the button and we're going to sew it on there. So now what first thing I do is I'm going to take my book sleeve and I'm going to fold it in half, making sure that this inner part is also in half, because a lot of times it'll move off center. I'm going to take my chalk and I'm going to just make a mark right there so I know it's right there. Okay, and then I'm going to see my placement of where I want this, because I don't want it right at the top. I want it down a little bit because I want to stretch this over, but not too much. So I want it to land probably right around there. So I'll make another line here. These just rub off. So, all right. This is a shank button. A shank button has a loop or a hole or something, but it's only one. That's why it's called a shank. And so now what we're going to do is we are going to get my needle here. We're going to take a needle and I'm going to take this thread out because it's not long enough. Let me put it back in my little guy here for just a second. Then I'm going to take my thread and I am going to I just estimate based on my experience. So I figure I need a piece about a yard long, and because I'm going to fold it in half. And it's okay to have leftovers because you just cut it off. So I'm going to cut that, and then I'm going to take my needle. Where's it? This one. And put my thread through my needle. And then I'm going to pull the thread until it's half and half. So we want it to be even down here. Oops, I want it to be even down here. So I'm going to pull this guy here, this last piece here. I'll pull this down. I'm going to tie it right here into a knot, and then we're going to make another knot. I like to do two just in case it slips over one of them. They don't have to be perfectly on top of each other. They could if you want to. I have a little bit too much of a tail here at the end, so I'm just going to snip a little bit off with my beautiful Guggenheim scissors that I love so much. All right, so now we have the thread. Now you can do this one of two ways. When you're doing this, you can go through the bottom and all the way through all the time, or you can do just a few stitches there and the rest up here. It's up to you. I like to start just right up here so that whoever is buying this does not see the knot on that side. The knot will be underneath the button. So that's how I like to start there. And I don't worry about this little the little fish at the end there, because it's going to be behind the button and we're going to trim it if we need to. If we see it sticking out, we can trim it. So now the string has already gone through, and now you're just going to put it through that shank, turn it around. Always keep your thread nice and taut so that way it doesn't, hopefully it doesn't knot up. Sometimes it will. And then what I'm going to do, it's hard to see here. I'm going to take I see where where I started, and I'm going to pull some of that fabric, and then I'm going to go through that loop again. And we're just going to keep repeating that process. So see how that is? And now if I hold on, you see how the button is holding on there? And then I'm going to do that another time here and go through there, but we don't want it lopsided, which it's going to be if I continue this way. So I'm going to move over to this side and do a couple this way. If you want a slower video on this, I have it over on my YouTube channel. And now what I'm going to do this time around, I am going to go through to the other side just to give it a little bit extra strength. I'm going through soft and stable, so it's pretty sturdy on this other side. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to go through this way and go through the shank this way. I'm going to go back down through there again. Just want to make sure that we have this so it doesn't fall off. And then I'm going to go through this way. There we go. want it a little bit stronger, so I'm going to again come in here this way here. I got a good enough grip from the other side. I'm going to try to firm it up a little bit here with a few more stitches. And I think that's good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I still have my needle down here, right? So I'm going to take it, I'm going to twist it around here like this a few times. And then I'm going to come out here, I'm going to make a loop, and I'm going to stick my needle through that loop and make a knot. I'm going to do that a few times. Just however many times you think you need to do it to really make that hold on good. I'll do it again. And I think I want one more time. This should stay really well. All right, now I'm just going to come through here with my scissors. I'm going to snip it here. I'm going to look at where that tail was and look at it and see, I can see it sticking up just a teeny bit. So I'm just going to come in here and snip that one piece off. And now here we go. Look how cool this looks. So beautiful. I absolutely love that. So that's how you sew on a shank button.